Hello, good morning. It's Sunday. I had an idea. I don't know why this popped into my head, but I just keep having this phrase, like a month of Sundays, pop into my head. I think it's when you have like a holiday and like you don't really have to do anything. But I thought that maybe I could make a series where like each month I can document what I get up to on a Sunday, which sometimes is really boring. Sometimes I go to the beach, sometimes we go for a hike or something. So I thought that maybe this would be a nice time to record some stuff and just like reflect on the month. Maybe I'll like record some B-roll of me doing stuff and a voiceover over the top of, I don't know, just things that I've been thinking about for the month. I think it could be kind of fun. It's already the third Sunday of the month. It's the 15th of January today. Last Sunday I went to the cricket, which was really nice. I just went by myself because my husband was busy. The week before that was New Year's Day, and I went to my parents' place and we had some lunch with some family friends, and I went snorkeling, but I didn't record any of that. So from today I'm going to record my Sundays. There are 3 left in the month, so I'm going to go bouldering soon with some friends. I'm going to finish making a dress that I've been filming, and I've had some ideas about how to change it, so maybe you'll see that video before you see this one. Who knows? I think that this will just be a nice way to sort of compile some things that I do, and you guys can see what I get up to. Yeah, so this is just going to be a series, I think, and I'll just record a little bit each Sunday and then compile everything together, and it'll be a nice way to sort of look back over the year and what I've been up to. Cool. Well, let's go. I'm gonna go meet my friends in like 5 minutes, so better get going. Before I go though, I want to check my balcony. So the last couple of days there's been a praying mantis on this chili plant, but he's kind of gone now. I named him and everything. But then yesterday a little praying mantis appeared on my basil plant, which I'm gonna carefully pick up. He's like tiny. You can't, like, camera probably can't even see him, but I can see him. He's like this tiny, tiny, tiny praying mantis, and I'm just like so excited to watch him grow. Anyway, okay, now we're gonna go to the bouldering place. This bouldering adventure was only the second time I've ever done it in my life. I really hate sucking at stuff, so being so new to bouldering is really hard for me. So of course I started out on the green and yellow ones, which are the easiest, and then I kept trying these blue ones, and it was kind of hard. I'm naturally a really competitive person, and I hate not being the best at things, but slowly as I get older, when I've been trying out new things, I'm just learning how to be okay with sucking at stuff and then just trying to enjoy the time that I'm having with my friends. And now also recording it and putting it on the internet because that's fun and normal. I guess part of the process of going through all these things and trying out stuff is just to try and try again, and then clearly you're not going to succeed at everything, and I just feel like I would probably in past life I would have beat myself up a lot for that, but where does that get me? It gets me nowhere. Anyway, here's a clip of my friend Dave being an absolute pro. I guess it's really cool to see how he's been climbing for I don't even know how many years, but he's just so confident and so amazing at it. Go Dave, love you. The lesson I learned from this day going bouldering with my friends was to have fun, test myself, and although this part looks really tame, this was actually really scary, and it took me about a whole 2 minutes to get both of my hands onto that final piece, and
My friend Dave had to coach me through it, even though it was just the smallest thing. But hey, it was a big achievement. Yay. After bouldering, we went for coffee and we got a hard-earned tasty treat. Then I spent the afternoon finishing off my white dress, and you can see the full video of that make in the description and in the links right here. In the afternoon, I took myself down to Clavelli Beach, which is not really a beach, it's just a big concrete platform, which is great because there's no sand. Lately, I've been struggling with how my body is changing as I'm getting older. I know it's kind of uncool to talk about, and it's probably not great to not be body positive and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, I know this is a super sensitive topic for a lot of people, including me, but I guess I'm still coming to terms with getting older and my body not being able to do the things that it used to be able to do, just based on changes and injuries and stuff. I'm trying my best to be grateful for what it still can do though, like go snorkeling and swim and all those things. As I've been editing this vlog, I've been thinking about all the things that were going on in my head in January. For a lot of people, they start the year off with a lot of energy, kind of, new year, new me vibes. But for me, I found I was reflecting a lot on my life, where I'm at, and what I'm still processing from all the things that happened last year. I'm really conscious of the fact that a lot of the social media things we are exposed to these days show a certain kind of life, and these edited perspectives get repeated and reinforced so many times that I guess it's inevitable that we'll compare what we know to be our unedited life to someone's curated life. So in the spirit of sharing with you some of my unedited life, here is a completely mundane task of assembling my new desk chair. I do want to show you that I'm mostly a normal person who works and studies and tries to fill their free time with fun things, but also just that life happens and there are just boring things that you gotta do with your time. The main difference for me is that I turn the camera on and film myself and show an audience that I might never meet. Maybe it's just my autistic brain, or maybe I'm just that kind of person, but there's nothing more joyful and joyous and exciting to me than assembling a piece of furniture. So if you ever need anything assembled, I would be more than happy to help, because there's just something so nice about following a set of instructions, fitting all the pieces together, and it working out in the end. And it is from this very chair that I am sitting and recording this audio right now, so hope you're enjoying. This day was not a Sunday, but it was a public holiday here in Australia, known officially as Australia Day, but it has a patchy and controversial and just really problematic history. I went to the beach and I went snorkeling, I saw some fish, but I just want it to be known that I feel very uncomfortable about the notion of Australia Day. There needs to be more done for recognition of the First Peoples of Australia, First Nations people from all the different countries that exist, continue to exist, the richest culture, the longest continuous culture in all of human history. Sunday. I forgot to record the morning, but we had brunch out at a place. It's really hot today and I picked up the air conditioning thing from my office. Now I'm just gonna go see some thrift shops before I go home. It's hot. I didn't realise they had furniture at this Vinnie's, and I thought that this was a real Eames chair, but it wasn't, unfortunately. I bought it anyway though. In true January tradition, the last Sunday night of the month was spent watching the men's final of the Australian Open tennis. When I was little, it was always the last day of holidays before school and back for the year, and it was always such a special thing we were allowed to stay up and watch, especially if Pat Rafter was playing. As I was watching, I remember thinking that maybe now that the tennis was over, my brain might kick into gear and finally switch on for the year, because it was a bit of a slow start. Maybe there is a deeply ingrained link between the tennis ending and the year truly starting. And that was my month of Sundays for January. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, this kind of vlog, I guess. And I'm really keen to share more of what I get up to. So make sure you subscribe, please. Thank you. Bye.